ụtụtụ ọma na ụmụ Igbo njem ọnụ ekenekwa m unu nke onye tinye azalụ abịakwa m ọzọ ọtekwa mana dị mkpa edekwu ka okwube sie nọ ife dị mkpa ekwube gbalụ nọ ọte bifo nkwuo ife mbịa ikwu tata m ga-ebu ụzọ kene ike ndị nwe ụwa amadi ọha ndị ọgụ anyanwụ ị na-awala ọra ekenekwa m ọgadagidie n'igwe n'ụwa nne nwaanyị anyị ukwu nne ugo nwaanyị ekene arọ mkpakpa mma eji gbuo enyi odogwu nkwụ ekenekwa m kere eze nwaanyị mmiri niile na ide mmiri niile nkịsi oke ego ekene m achala ugo nwaanyị ka ibia kene egu eze nna eze agụ na onwe eze ekwensu ekene m odogwu anya mme omena mkpu akwali ọmụmụ bụ ọgwụ nwa ejima nne nwaanyị ekene m unu kene sie unu si unu dị emede eje daalụ kene mmụọ agụ niile a n'Igbo ji bili kene kwuo agụ m na agụ isi m kene agụ ikwu na agụ ikwu nna kene agụ mmiri dị nke ekenekwa m unu chitata eforigobo oye agụ ndị mmiri ekene m unu buru n'ụzọ tata ma mbọsị unu kene ụmụ Igbo niile ndị ifeọma na-adị mma ụmụ Igbo niile ndị ọdịnala ọ ga-adịli unu ncha na mma onye ọbụla sobe ụzọ nna ya kwa ebelụ nne na nna ya ugwu kwa ebelụ ntọ na anyị ugwu asị m na ọ ga-adịli unu mma ise obele evensị ka m kwupụta ata na adịgo ka ọ ga-adị anyị kwubugo okwu a mbụ na-ekwu ya na-aga mana achọ m ka m tụpenye obele ọzọ n'ime ya achọ m ikwue ka ikwuwapụ kenya ka ịkọwalụ ụmụnna ndị ọ na-amasị ndị chọtago ọdịnala bụ ụzọ eziokwu kafa malụ ka kafa ga-esi na-aga n'iru n'ọdịnala ya ọ bụrụ ịchọta ụzọ eziokwu bata n'ọdịnala ive aka na-agala aka na-esheki ive aka na-eshekili no. Once you are in this spirituality, in your root spirituality, things are supposed to be going well. I don't say that ordinary is not magic. Some people will just come in immediately and they want to see money. They after money. They want money to rush in. They want to be a billionaire. No. Being wealthy is quite different from having riches that you cannot give account of. I believe that every honest labor deserves a wage or salary. Immediately you come into ordinary and you start to align with your ezumezu. You start to honor your ancestors and honor your familiar spirits. Familiar spirits are the spirits that knows an individual, the spirit that is willing to work or help an individual. Now, it is not a quick money thing, no, but this is a progressive, successful kind of living. You'll be successful in all you do. This is ordinary. This is the way. Let me not go into there. I want to talk about something that worries everybody. Something that is of concern to everybody. Whether you are in ordinary or not, you need to hear this. I want to talk about unye mmụọ na di mmụọ. Spiritual wife and spiritual husband. That's what I want to talk about today. We've been talking about it. Everybody knows one or two about it. I want to implant or input my own little knowledge. Nobody knows it all. So that it can help us, it can help our brothers and sisters understand what the spiritual spouses mean. Okay, now, let's start from the beginning. I wouldn't want to take time in this video. I won't want it to be long. Now, what is a spiritual spouse? A spiritual spouse is an affiliated, emotionally affiliated spirit unto a living individual. This energy, these spirits are in the spiritual realm, but they have emotional affiliation towards you in particular. Now, how does it happen? Why? Some people will ask why. How did it happen? I never married. I never did anything. You don't forget. Let's say this. Look at the creation. Look at the things you can see. Everything is created in pair. Everything is created in pair. Those ones that doesn't have pair openly have pair within themselves. Like some animals or organisms that reproduce by themselves that doesn't need a pair. They have those pair within them. It's 2 in 1. It's there, negative and positive. So just like the ultimate energy we call Anyanwu and Ambara. There are 2. The positive always needs the negative to produce, to move on. So we are all created twin souls. In the Christian story, I just want to bring it in, not that it makes any basis of what we are talking. In the Christian story, you hear it that God created everything in pair. So it is in the spiritual realm. We are all twin soul, negative and positive. Our life didn't start here. It didn't. No. An energy can neither be created nor destroyed in any chemical reaction at all. So this soul that we are here wearing it. This is a human body. It is not truly ours. But the soul that exists inside is ours. The soul never dies. After this physical world, the soul goes back to limbo, where other souls are. We are all twin soul, negative and positive. And since we are all twin souls of negative and positive, don't you think that if I'm here as a man, that my negative side is still residing in the spiritual realm and is still looking out for me? And because even spirits are jealous, humans are jealous, even spirits are jealous, and we live in a parallel world, because they are still in the spiritual realm, and the spiritual realm controls the physical, they see you. Anything you do on this physical earth, your negative or positive side is seeing it. That's what gives rise to spiritual spouse. Some people, I've seen in some people that have multiple souls, that are multiple souls. You see a man having 2 or 3 spiritual wives. You see a woman I've seen a woman that has up to 2 or 3 spiritual husbands. Souls of emotional affiliation. We call it souls of emotional attachment or affiliation. These energies are attached to you emotionally. It didn't start here. It started in the spiritual realm when your soul was still at limbo. I don't know if I am getting it. I don't know if the words I'm using is getting to you. I don't know if you're understanding it. Now, having defined what a spiritual spouse is, let me come down to the topic of my main objective of doing this video. Now, so many people believe that their spiritual spouses can be removed or can be chased away, or that they can break the bond between a spiritual spouse and them living in the spiritual realm, in this physical realm. Is a lie. So many, whatever the pastors, reverends, even some spiritualists here will tell you that it is possible for you to separate yourself from a spiritual spouse or a spiritual wife or a spiritual husband. It is a lie. Who is telling you that it's a lie. You can never separate it. It is never done. What is made in the spiritual realm can never be separated in the physical realm. The spiritual controls the physical. This is my objective of coming here today, to tell people the truth. You can never separate from a spiritual husband or wife. Never. In this physical realm, never. It wasn't made here. What do? You make peace. You align. Yes, that's the best. You make peace and align. Do you know, we talk about Ago, which are destiny helping spirits of an individual. Do you know that your spiritual spouse is automatically among your Ago? Is automatically amongst your destiny helping spirits? Yes. Don't be surprised. Yes. I'm telling you sincerely, yes, your spiritual spouse is amongst you. Now, having said that, you can never separate from your Ago. And since you cannot separate from your Ago, you cannot separate from a spiritual spouse. All you need to do is to make peace. Align with your spiritual spouse. Since you know that if you are not aligned with that energy, that out of emotional jealousy and attachment, that he wouldn't allow you to comfortably have a human relationship without interference. They will always interfere if you are not aligned or if not made a peace pact with them. Yes, they will always disturb. Even they will disturb your relationship to the extent they will disturb the so-called wife or husband. Yes. Don't be surprised. Yes. It happens. It's practical. Their spirits, the spiritual controls the physical, so they control events around you. What? It's not out of hate, it's out of jealousy, out of non-recognition. So how do you make peace? I want to make this video so to save your data. Now, to make peace with a spiritual spouse is to recognize the spiritual spouse. Yes, you recognize that energy as an individual. You recognize the energy. So many people have seen their spiritual spouses anyway. It's not magic. So many have seen them in spirit. Some even have reported, a woman reported of seeing her spiritual husband in physical at the front of the bank as she's coming out. I know she's listening also to this talk. It's true. So now, align, make peace. Now, let me put it straight. I know you exist. This is usually done in the presence of the energy, the Abara energy, the Mother Earth energy, the female side of God that has time, or that has the emotional time to listen to this man and woman kind of talk. Not every spirit has the time, but Mother Earth has the time. I know you align. Talk good. I know you exist. I'm in this physical realm. You are in the spiritual realm. I know. I recognize you. I know of your existence. Please, you need to wait. There are items that you demonstrate, you give you present to demonstrate that, please, I know you exist, you need to wait for me a little while. After my life on this earth, if I come back to the spiritual realm, we continue. I am not denying you, and I am not in quarrel or in disagreement with you. All I want is to wait. But as long as I'm on this physical earth, I'll bring out a day to show that I still remember you. A day I commiserate with you. A day I respect you. As an evil person, what you do, like, well, it's not only Igbos that are listening to me, I know. But as an evil person, we are talking about, I'm coming from Igbo Ordinary. We have 4 market days, Eke, Ore, Afo, Anokwo. You choose one day, especially your own day of incarnation. Okay, I'm giving you every Eke day as a day of honor unto you. Every Eke day, I will remember you. I will honor you that day. If you're a man, promise not to sleep with or have anything to do with any woman on that Eke day. Cut it off. If you're a woman, give the promise never to have anything to do with a man on that particular day. This is a honor unto that spiritual spouse. And he hears, or he or she hears and understands it. As long as you keep that day out, that day he's not jealous, he's happy with you. That day you commiserate, that day makes it a peace deal, a peaceful agreement deal. The energy will no longer be negative unto you, it will now be positive unto you. I've seen spiritual spouses do a lot of things. Raise you, help you out, help you to become even rich, help you in everything you want to do. Yes, when you are at peace with them, they can do these things because they are energy. They are energy. They exist just like other deities exist. Energies exist. So if they are happy with you, they can actually help you. I will not go into the details. People have come up with testimonies of what the spiritual spouses have done for them when they have aligned and have a very good agreement. They can do anything. So I'm going to make this video short. I think I've done justice to the spiritual spouse of the thing. Remember, you can never separate from a spiritual spouse. And do not neglect your spiritual spouse. You are aligning with other of your means. Also align with your spiritual spouse. They are amongst your ago and they have a good role to play. You know, imagine someone that loves you. The person is somewhere greater than where you are, looking at you. The person can play 1 or 2 moves for you to be successful. Don't you say it that way? So please, my people, don't be deceived. Your spiritual spouse, you can never separate. Madu, you cannot separate from a familiar spirit. What you do is you align. I'll be stopping here to save your data and to save your time. Ibundi molume kene kwa munu. Okono obunne chukumal. Wake wani wachukwu na ekene unu. Asị m ka anyị sụọ obele oyibo ka ndị nọ na diaspora wee na-anụ ọnụ anyị. Chunu kwalụ na azụ. Chunu nyava nya kwalụ na nnu kwalụ na azụ. Ife ọma ga-emela anyị. Oye bụ oye ndị mmiri ga-erutela anyị ego. Ife niile anyị na-eme n'ụwa ọ ga-abụ ụzọ mmiri. Ọma mbụ ụzọ nkwụ maka na ụzọ nkwụ na-echi echi. Ụzọ mmiri abụrụ awa. Ndị mmiri ekene m na-emeda eje daalụ nọ.